All right, as we wait for one more player to come, we'll open it up for a general opening statement by head coach Ted Donato.
I would just congratulate UMass. I thought they were certainly the better team tonight. I thought they were fast, beat us to pucks, made us play in our own zone too much for us to be able to take any momentum in the game. Made some key blocks and some key saves, but I wish them the best of luck. I thought they, it was certainly the better team tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Let's open it up for questions for Louis Zerda-Gossage, and we're waiting for Michael Floodstrand, so we can start with questions for the player.
Louis, I guess the look on your face says it all, but what's kind of your immediate emotional reaction to the loss, and obviously your collegiate career, quite a good one at that, being over with Harvard?
Yeah, anytime your season ends, it's pretty tough, especially when you're a senior and you've gone through everything you've gone through with this team, and that the last few minutes of the game were something I haven't really experienced. The emotions, knowing that it was it was all coming to an end. So, like Coach said, UMass had a really good game. They outplayed us, and they have a really good team. But I think that it's no matter what, it's really not easy to accept.
Josh Seaman, College Hockey News. Michael, how much of a slog was it out there? What was UMass doing in the neutral zone to kind of hold you up, and then in the zone, were they just blocking everything? Or?
Yeah, they're a fast team. They played fast. They played aggressive. Their D were very active on the wall, so it was tough for wingers to kind of get back and chip pucks up, and for us to get the speed that we like going through the neutral zone. And, they're a great neutral zone team, and in today's game, that's pretty much everything if you want to establish possession. So, their D were extremely active, and their forwards were coming back hard. So, that's a pretty tough combination to get offense off of.
Any other questions for the players? No, guess not. All right, thank you, gentlemen. You can head back to your locker room.
Yeah,
we'd have one more. Sorry.
Yeah, you guys were extremely young up front. How much of that might have been a factor here today? Maybe just trying to find an answer or something like that?
I think it's definitely maybe a little bit of a factor, but our young guys have worked hard all year. At the end of the day, everybody played hard. Would you like to have a couple of years on some of those guys? Maybe, but I think everybody played as hard as they could, and despite being young, those guys played like they were upperclassmen. So, gotta be happy with it.
Now, any other questions? All right, good. Thank you, gentlemen. And now we'll open up the questions for head coach Ted Donato.
Yes, thank you. John Powers, Boston Globe for Ted. You look, about 7 minutes into the third period, it's still a 1-0 game. You have been keeping him off the board on the power play. Did you think there was a chance that you might be able to steal this one?
Yeah, I thought in the first period, we were chasing the game a little bit, but we had I think two. We had a good penalty kill in the first period. I thought Michael Lackey started to look like he was getting comfortable, and I think we were just looking for that kind of shot of adrenaline to get us going. We had the opportunity in the first where we thought we scored, and then in the second, I thought the second period out of the three periods was probably the most even. I thought we had some chances. They did a very good job of blocking shots and not allowing us to kind of capitalize on some opportunities. But when it was all said and done, I just think that they did to us what we like to do to teams, and that's get to puck first, outnumber the puck early, end teams quickly in your own zone and try to establish a lot of offensive zone time. So I kind of felt like for us, they were able to pin us in the zone too often, and then we were tired playing defense, and then weren't able to go on offense. So I don't really feel like there was much in the neutral zone. I think it was more in our own zone, and then I think we just needed to be a lot more competitive in the offensive zone to be able to get it stopped up. I thought they did a good job of ending our offensive opportunities very quickly. But the way the game was going, we were a shot away, and we were while we weren't generating a lot of zone time, we were getting some chances. So it's the second one hurt a little bit, and then I think the third one we were pressing and guy got behind us for the breakaway. But I think UMass deserves a lot of credit for all of that. I think they executed what they wanted to, and deserve a lot of credit.
Ted, how deflating was that no-goal call on the ice there in the first period? Obviously, it just seemed like you guys struggled to recover after that.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit deflating. It wasn't like we were, having all sorts of chances, up to that point. But I think, I think any time in a game when you can get the first goal and maybe get a shot of adrenaline and grab momentum, I think it probably helped them more than it hurt us, but ultimately they were already playing pretty well. So I thought we got out of the first period, at 0-0. I thought the second period was our chance to kind of take over the game, start to play the game we wanted to play, and I think we did it at some points, but just not consistently enough.
Coach, talk about your decision to start Lackey over Cam tonight, and I mean, at least from the box, it seemed like he gave you guys a pretty good shot tonight.
Yeah, I think Michael Lackey was, I think had earned the starting position. Played the lion's share of the games. Didn't leave the net because of poor performance, but injury. So I think our guys had a lot of faith in the way he played and a lot of confidence, and I think he deserved to be the guy today, and I think he played like that. I think he gave us a real confidence boost in the first period, how he played, and obviously gets a tough bounce on the second one. But I don't think we look at the game as one where we didn't get good enough goaltending. I think it was we didn't play well enough offensively. It's hard to win without scoring a goal. We had some good looks. I thought that if we could just get a puck through or maybe hit the net on one of our chances, maybe we could have got on the attack a little bit more. But I felt like we were on our heels way too much tonight.
Mike Magna, College Hockey News. You mentioned the second period there. They were out shooting you, carrying the play pretty well. They took the lead, but shortly after that, you guys were able to turn it back. You had some of your best chances in maybe the last 5 or 6 minutes of the second period. Did you guys feel pretty confident going into the third?
Yeah, I mean, it was funny kind of looking at the shot chart because there was probably 3 or 4 times that I looked at a number and then I saw us have 2 or 3 shots, yet no shots went up on the board. But I think our guys felt like we were getting some pretty good looks. We had the outnumbered rush where the guy actually made a great save. I think Gossage had a real good look. I think Krusko had a good look. So we had a lot more chances than we did in the first period. And I think if we could have just gotten the goal, or it might have been able to flip the game a little bit. But UMass deserves a lot of credit. I thought they made the saves they needed to, and they blocked a lot of shots. And they stayed out of the box. So those are all pretty good recipes to find success.
Do we have any last question for Coach Donato? Okay, one more right here.
Coach, on the subject of the class of 2019, can you just, I guess, walk us through how soon after the Final Horn did it dawn on you that it's your last time coaching the guys who were just up here with you a couple of minutes ago, and what's their impact been on the program?
Yeah, we were actually talking in the coaches' room. It's probably the worst part about coaching is walking into that locker room when seniors have played their last game. With a lot of their best friends representing a school that they love. You're always challenged as a coach as to what kind of words, would even have any impact. That class, will have gone to 3 NCAA tournaments, 4 ECAC, Final Fours, been to the Final Four, been an Ivy League champion, ECAC champion, having also had a son in that class who's no longer in that class, but I feel like I really became very, very close with with a lot of those kids, and I'm not sure there's a better word other than love, really, and it's not something you really throw around the locker room or hockey very often, but I guess you love and respect everything that they brought to the team, and this group in general was a lot of fun to be around. Very much a team. Always stuck together, and and I think because of it, we were able to have some success, and I think that all starts. At the top with your captains, both Michael Floodstrand and Louis Zerda-Gossage. Obviously we had some talented underclassmen, but we also had a lot of freshmen that were forced into some big impact situations, and I thought these guys, our senior class in general, we owe a lot to, and to me, there's a lot of stuff that transpired off the ice that I'm even more respectful of. You're talking about a senior class. Every one of them has been, all academic, ECAC all academic for every semester they had an opportunity to be whether it's community service and just overall being great kids and being great representatives of the university and a program. That's the stuff that, as a coach, the only word you can come out with is, the 2 words, I guess, would be love and respect. But they mean a lot. I certainly can't capture it in the 30 seconds with guys sobbing in the locker room and hugging each other and, kind of recognizing that, their college career is over with all their friends. So it's a scene that, maybe not doesn't often get covered in the media, and but I can tell you as a coach, it's incredibly tough to kind of swallow.
Great, thank you very much, Coach. Congratulations on a good season.